I want to be wined and dined at 69.
Oh.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch once again. Mike, one of the senior developers at 11th Hour Games, held his normal Friday Q&A live stream on Twitch, which means I get to bring you Dev Chat 69, bro. As always, Mike answered lots of great questions and gave us one kind of leak teaser at the end of the stream. Now I just dropped, literally the last 2 days, Ziz's Dev Chat 67 and Steel Mage's Dev Chat 68. And for those videos, I kind of got out of the video and just put a title up on the screen for what they are going to cover during that section. I'm going to stick with that for kind of this 3-video series, and then next week I'll be back to my little commentary in the corner. That's all I've got. Mike, take it away.
Any thoughts on having minion damage in-game shows actual damage, not just percentage increases? So you're talking about flat added like plus 10 melee minion damage, and that does exist. It's pretty rare. I should say that does. I'm pretty sure it exists somewhere. It's pretty rare, and the general plan is to keep it that way. Any silliness planned, Easter eggs, Cal level, that kind of stuff? Who says we haven't done it already? You just haven't found it yet. No, seriously, don't go looking. It's not there. Yes, I think that there's the cow level is a fantastic example of diegetic silliness. Oh, nailed that term. And I love it. And I definitely want to add stuff like that into the game. And both in the sense of having secrets and silliness, and I think those are both key parts to it, because we've definitely done the secret stuff before, and seeing the people hunt for it and find it and try and hunt for more and not finding it, and all, it's just so great. The first time Fractured Crown was unveiled as a thing and people started hunting for it, like that hunt was so great. It was like a week-long hunt for it, and maybe even longer. Oh, it was a great week. However long it took, I don't know. But that was so cool to watch. And I talked to a few people that were working really hard to get it. And the people I talked to were having a lot of fun with it. And one of them, I remember one of them opened a conversation with me and was like, "Whatever you do, don't tell me how to get this. But I'm working on it, and this is what I've tried so far." And I thought that was really cool. Will you use League seasons to test out new systems that will be added permanently to the game? Yeah, this is like, so the question kind of assumes that the content done in League seasons will not be part of standard right away, which we're still debating. It's possible. I think if we add something to a cycle, it's something that we're probably pretty confident that we want to keep in the game long term. We can be wrong about that. But especially early on, when we're still gaining momentum, gaining experience with doing these sorts of things, the types of content that we're going to be seeing early on in cycles is not time that we're going to want to be wasting. I always think it's the wrong word. Not time that we're going to want to be getting limited value out of. That's a good way to put it. So it's stuff that we're going to be putting in with the plan to push forward on, I think, for the most part at least. With the last 3 Masteries coming at 1.0, is there concern about bugs, etc., since they won't be in beta at all? Oh yeah, that was a big part of the consideration for sure. Definitely, yes. I think we'll still have our tester program running at that point. So hopefully that'll help, like just like test rounds and stuff to get stuff tested earlier with a slightly larger audience to help find more bugs out and stuff like that. Yeah. All right. Do you plan for PoE like challenge rewards per cycle? There's similarities, but not the same. It's kind of the answer for for most of those style of questions. So like, there's lots of good things that do come out of that, and I don't want to say that it's going to be exactly the same, but there's a lot of things that will work similarly in Last Epoch, but you know, their own twist on it. They're and yeah, I just don't want to be like, okay, this feature's the same, this feature's different, but yeah, like having goals for people to accomplish inside of a cycle, I think, is an appropriate and fun thing to do. How that looks and details of what that looks like, I don't know. Because while thematically there's a big difference between introducing a new NPC that sits in the world and says like you release a new area, you can put drop an NPC into the area who has like a quest chain to work through that's related to the new content. While that is thematically extremely different than a, like, you can say this word and don't freak out, don't freak out, like a free Seasons Pass style mechanic. While those two things are thematically extremely different, mechanically they're really similar in a lot of cases. So it's what that looks like and exactly how those details come through, it's still very much being worked on. Personally, I'm a big fan of having it more diegetic, having it more in the game. There's a lot of really good things that brings, and having it be part of the lore, part of the world, so you can like build the story, build the lore, and sort of have people become more engaged in how things are existing in the world and care about the characters that you're playing this game with and all this stuff. Do you have any holiday events like planned, like RuneScape used to do back in the day, like a whole quest line with rewards, etc.? That'd be cool. Yeah, there's we've definitely talked about that, and we've considered doing it in the past and intentionally have avoided it, specifically because we wanted to keep Prime game development moving forward. But yeah, I think those are really cool. Sometimes you got to be a little like winter festival day, you know. But yeah, I think there's a lot of room for good stuff like that. I also think like it's really cool to use those as an opportunity to maybe explore and educate people about cultures that aren't as front and center in the world, and because there's some really cool holidays out there and celebrations that happen in different cultures that I think would be really cool to make special days for, like pick a less North America centric holiday that maybe doesn't get featured as much in pop culture and stuff, and like and do like a different one every year or something. I don't know. I think it'll be cool. Okay, we had while we were in the middle of the stream, actually the multiplayer stream, we were also stress testing town scenes and getting lots of people in there. So here is just a little shot of everyone hanging out in town, mucking about in the time, having some fun. A little group shot at the end of people hanging out in town. Yeah, so that was just our work on getting towns while we were doing this. Do you guys have any plans to make the Monolith tree visible to players other than the host in multiplayer? This is a really good question, and oh my goodness, is it tricky, and we would love to. Probably not. We are looking, so there's something similar that happens in the Vaults of Uncertain Fate, and I can talk a little bit about the goals there and what we hope to get in. It's not in yet. Don't know if it's possible or not. But so like the first person, one of the options we're exploring with the Vaults of Uncertain Fate is, in order to make it so that it is still useful to do it in a group, but not explicitly best to do it in a group. We want to, I guess, have one person take charge of paying for the vault and picking the mods that are going to be in there, but still having the other people be able to have input on there and not get full benefit. Which I know is a really vague and nebulous way to say everything, but like, this is one of the options we're exploring. So as a possibility, what might happen, I'm trying to be really clear, it's not set in stone yet, is you'd be able to see what the other person was doing in that window. You could see, everyone would see the mod that's being offered at the time, and you could talk to each other and say like, hey, I really want that one, or I don't care about that one at all, or like, I don't know.